This week on The Breakout,
some White House concerns with the FAXX.
and some exciting news from Breaking Defense. Welcome to The Breakout. I'm Aaron Mehta.
And I'm Lee Farron.
Lee, we're going to start this week talking about the Navy's next generation fighter,
FAXX.
FAXX.
Yes.
This has been an interesting couple of months for this program.
Yeah.
So we saw earlier this year, the Air Force's next gen program got awarded the F-47. There was a big ceremony in the White House. And a couple of weeks after that, all of a sudden there was reporting out there and a lot of churn saying, hey, Navy's next. In fact, Navy's going to award this program to either Boeing or Northrop sometime in the next couple of days.
And then no announcement was made.
No announcement was made. And in fact, you started to hear stuff saying, hey, actually, we're not really sure this program is going to move forward all that quickly at all. When the president's budget came out, it was notable that there was not a lot of money in there for FAXX.
Certainly not enough to fund a fully fledged big name program like the Air Force's F-47.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So what happened? Well, Congress said, hold on, we actually kind of like this program and we think we need to add some more money in. So we've seen some congressional action on that front. The Navy, for its part, has issued an unfunded priority list and said, we need over $1 billion.
Right, which is kind of an odd thing to do because it's not in the formal budget, but it's if you were to give us money, we would spend a big chunk of it on the FAXX.
Yeah, and that's kind of the point of the unfunded list. You know, those are required by Congress to basically say, what are the things the administration didn't let you do?
Right.
It's a sign that the Navy says, hey, we do need this program still.
Right.
What's interesting is last week, we got the first official statement from the White House saying, no.
They don't want it now.
They don't want it now and maybe ever. What happened is, so when Congress puts together its versions of the budget, the White House issues what are called policy administration statements. And they're basically saying, hey, we agree with this, we don't agree with this, we don't like this, please don't do this. In their statements, it's notable that most detail is about FAXX and why they think we shouldn't move forward.
And a lot of it had to do with the industrial base and capacity, right?
Yeah, and the argument is you can't keep F-47, which is a priority for President Trump, again, announced in the White House, on track if we're also building a different sixth-generation fighter. Interesting enough, again, the people who are competing for FAXX are Northrop and Boeing. Boeing won the F-47.
Right.
Boeing,
of course, they're saying we can do it.
Yeah, Boeing's pretty saying confidently, hey, we could definitely do both. Please let us do both. It's just interesting because now we have this situation where the Navy is saying, we really need this jet. And the White House is saying, not only do we not think you can use this jet, we think if you try to build this jet, you're going to screw up this other jet.
Right. And then you have Congress stuck in the middle arguing it out between themselves whether they're going to put in money for it or not.
Yeah, and so we've seen some action from the different congressional panels on the NDAAs and their budget saying, hey, we're going to plus this up. We're going to have to see after they get together, probably in the fall, and they hash this out, where the FAXX ends up. It'll be interesting to see, sometimes with these statements from the administration, it's a hint of we will, try to veto or just refuse to move forward with this stuff.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how seriously the White House is willing to fight to keep FAXX on ice.
So yeah, no announcement about the FAXX, but we do have some fun announcements from Breaking Defense. We'll get to those right after this word from our sponsor.
At Leonardo DRS, our agility helps bring the ability to dominate in any scenario, on any platform, helping our warfighters accomplish the mission and get home safely. Leonardo DRS, our agility, your advantage.
All right, Lee, we're back, and we have some exciting news to share.
Yes, we do.
This week, we are launching 2 new videos here on Breaking Defense.
That's true. The first one is the Congressional Roundup. This is going to be news you need to know from the Hill in short, punchy videos featuring Valerie Encena, our congressional reporter, and the rest of the staff is going to contribute as well. We also have A World Away from the Halls of Congress.
Yeah, about half a world away specifically. We're also creating a new monthly show called the Middle East Defense Digest. This is hosted by Agnes Halou, who's our Middle East Bureau Chief in Lebanon, on the ground in the region. She'll be bringing you interviews and news from conferences around the region, talking about what's going on, giving you access to leaders from industry and analysts to make sure you understand a region that, let's be honest, is historically complex.
Can be a little complicated.
And of course, you can get The Breakout delivered directly to you each and every week by liking and subscribing.
And if you listen to podcasts, we're on your favorite podcasting platform. Just search for us there.
Thanks for watching. I'm Aaron Mehta.
And I'm Lee Farron.